Welcome back to the channel. My name is Ryan, and today we are previewing Tennessee versus Vanderbilt. This is the last game of the regular season for both teams, and it's a rivalry game. And this rivalry has heavily gone in Tennessee's favor since forever, pretty much. And it's the last home game for Tennessee this year. Yeah, players like Joe Milton, probably the main guy, most notable one, be leaving. Yeah, people possibly. Cooper Mays could leave. I think Aaron Beasley might leave. Pretty much. I think Jalen Wright, Jabari Small. Yeah, players like that could leave. It's going to be tough. It's a tough seeing them go. But, yeah, they were very good at Tennessee. So, yeah. This game, this video might just be more reminiscing about this year overall than previewing this game, because this game should easily go in Tennessee's favor. Vanderbilt's heading to this game 2-9. They have been trash. They started off 2-0 on this year. It looked like they had potential, and then they just went downhill ever since they lost to Wake Forest. So they lost to UNLV, then they just haven't won a game in the SEC. Typical Vanderbilt stuff. Tennessee, though, we should take that as an accomplishment this year. That first time in years, very long time, that we started the year ranked and we finished the year ranked. We just got to beat Vanderbilt, pretty much, and we're ranked. So that's an accomplishment within itself. Do you think we deserve to be ranked? No, not at all. But we are. We look at the team right now, and the main thing we've had criticism all year for, which continued last week, which I made a video about live, was Joe Milton and the lack of trust they gave him. The lack of trust they had in Joe Milton throughout this year is something that has to be studied and has to be fixed. Don't start a guy that you can't trust throwing a pass more than 2 yards to the right or throwing a screen pass. You just can't. You can't be productive consistently with that. And that showed the start off that when we started off the year, and then it continued and continued, and then he had shine, and then he had signs of like, maybe we're not just throwing 2-yard screen passes, mainly against Alabama and Kentucky. Maybe we're not going to do that the whole time. And then we went back to doing that. Whenever we get put in a tough situation, the coaching staff just says, you know what, scroll white 2-yard screen passes, we want more. That's just not how that's not how a good offense works. That we knew that, and it's crazy. But it's not a bad year. I will take an 8-4 year over what we had the past 5 years ago before Heupel came here. Like, or the Jeremy Pruitt days, whenever our best win might be at home versus Kentucky. Like, yeah. You have to look at the stuff and take some of the positives from this. Main positive from this year is that we were able to beat the majority of teams that we should beat. We beat A&M, that was a big win. We beat Kentucky, continued that. We beat South Carolina, got a redemption from last year. Good stuff. You started off the year pretty well, solidly. A fun opening game. Had some stuff like that. And what other games did we win? I should be able to just name them like this. How am I for? Now we had a fun game against UConn. We just rolled them. Austin P. We had fun with that. And yeah, that's something that just popped in mind right there. You had games like that, and we took care of business, and they were fun, and it gave us positivity to look at. Positive vibes and all that stuff. But you lost to Florida because we couldn't stop the run. We couldn't get off on third downs, which ended up becoming a consistent theme throughout the year. Couldn't stop a team on third down. It was never our defense played good or offense wouldn't. Whenever offense played good or defense wouldn't. That was consistent throughout the year. Those are only consistency. That and the run game. Run game was pretty good too. Yeah, James Pierce, who was very good. Good job, James Pierce. Seemed like he got stopped a bit at one point, but he had a very good reign of just dominating. Getting after your quarterback every single time he could. Very good job, James Pierce. The game that hurt the most out of all of them, Florida was just aggravating. At Florida's game was just, I'm just pissed that this game is close. That we're not even close. It was a blowout in their favor. it was just annoying, especially looking at Florida is now that they lost to Arkansas at home. Like, we can't beat a team that lost to Arkansas at home. What are we doing? Stuff like that. Georgia's was just, we had a tad bit of hope, and it showed, then it just all went away. Why? Because we took too many screen passes. Just let Millen throw the ball deep. Just bound to work at least once. Missouri was just, they just outplayed us. We know Cody Schrader's game was just unstoppable. Very good job. But to say all that, Alabama's lost to them. That hurt every part of a Tennessee fan. Because it wasn't one of those you had hope. It wasn't one of those that's like, oh, we should win this and it failed. It wasn't one of those that's like, this is a curse type of thing. We broke it just last year. It was, we had it in the hands and we fumbled it. Literally. And that hurt. That hurt a lot. Hurt a lot. And that kind of set the slump of a lot of things. Whenever you can't beat Florida, whenever you can't beat Alabama, whenever you can't beat Georgia, it's tough to say it was a good year. It was a year that some people would like to remember, some people would not want to remember. This is one of those years that hopefully it's one of those fill-in years. Year that we had some guys, had some good moments, and then we're using this to carry on for next year with Nico taking over. People are talking about start Nico right now. This is what I would say. Joe Milton, let him have a senior day. He's been the quarterback all year. I think he's done enough to deserve a senior day performance. But in the bowl game, Nico should be out there. Let Milton have a senior day. Be respectful in that realm. But let Nico have that bowl game. Joe Milton can have the senior day. Nico have the bowl game. Because in the bowl game, we might end up playing the loser of the Big Ten title game, which might be Iowa. Iowa would be a very interesting test against us. That'd be very interesting to see what happens. Maybe we get the team, we play Liberty. Who knows? We'll see, though. But this game against Vanderbilt should be a blowout. Tennessee's favor. Next year, I have a lot of things happening at SEC. Oklahoma and Texas are coming in. You gotta be ready. But it's a 12-team playoff, which seems like fits us better than this type of playoff. We're a team that could possibly get, just if you spare us 2 losses, we can get some good wins possibly. We could be there, type of thing. Yeah. I think we have a good chance next year. But right now, this game, we're going to run all over Vanderbilt. Be a lot like last year when we shut them out. Give me Tennessee in this one. I got this being 48-10. 48-10. Roll them in this one. Finish the year with at least on a bright, at least a little bright. So, yeah. Hope you all have a great day. Stay safe, y'all. Go Vols, and God bless y'all.